Hi, my name is Tawny Helms, or Miss Helms for my students that are coming in. I have been at Pioneer Ridge for 2 years, but I have been teaching for a total of 5. I spent my previous 3 years in Junction City, Kansas at Junction City Middle School. I taught 7th grade science there, and now obviously I'm 8th grade science here. So looking forward to our adventure this school year, hoping it goes just a little bit differently than the end of last year did. I am born and raised Californian. I moved here about 11 years ago, and I actually love Kansas. My grandpa's lived here for almost 30 years, and I used to visit here in the summer times. It's probably one of my favorite places. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I could do without the humidity, but let's be real, a lot of us could do without the humidity. I was actually born in Bakersfield, California. If you've ever heard of it, fantastic. If you haven't, fantastic. A lot of crops are grown there, so it's very much like Kansas in the sense of very, very agricultural based. If you eat Bull House Farms or Grimway Farms, anything that is grown and like packaged and everything in my hometown. I moved to Manhattan, Kansas in 2009, and I lived there for 10 years. I went to Kansas State University to get both my bachelor's degrees. My bachelor's degrees are in biology and elementary education. Yes, it took me a long time, and yes, it was expensive. So I finished those in 2016, walked for both, started teaching. And then I decided to get my first master's in curriculum and instruction from Emporia State University. I just received that and got hooded in the May of 2019. And I actually am working on a second master's in academic leadership and administration. So I one day hope to be some kind of principal or leader in the building. I am finishing that up this semester, and I will walk and get hooded again in December from Emporia State University. So I'm a glutton for punishment with 2 for 2. No, I will not be getting my PhD. It's not worth it for me. As much fun as that would be to have people call me doctor, I'm good. Education is expensive, even though it is worth it. I have a fiance, just got recently engaged in July. His name is Justin. He is a registered nurse at the Kansas City VA in North Kansas City. He works for the endo department, which means he does like endoscopies and all of that kind of thing. So if you're a veteran and you go to the hospital up there, you might see my fiance. We've been together for 7 years almost. It feels a lot longer than that. He's truly, honestly, my life partner, and I really appreciate him for that. We have 3 pets together. We have 1 bearded dragon, 1 blue-tongued skink, and 1 Euromastix. We used to have 2 other bearded dragons, but they passed this summer, which is really unfortunate. One of them was my baby, and he's gone, which is really sad. We can't have children, so those are our children. So our bearded dragon's name, and I'm going to put a picture right there. Our bearded dragon's name is Thelma. She's spicy, she's sassy. She has quite the personality. You wouldn't think reptiles do, but she definitely does. She loves her dad. She could give 2 poops about me, honestly, but what can you do? She just knows I'm there because I feed her sometimes. Our blue-tongued skink, and I'll put the picture right here. His name is Littlefoot. We're big fans of Land Before Time, and so Littlefoot was just natural. And he looks like a snake. I mean, skinks are very close to snakes. He's still a reptile, but he just he screamed Littlefoot to us because he's so little, at least right now. He's a baby. He's only about 2 months old. So, and then the Euromastix, his name is Rowena Ravenclaw. He is here in my classroom, actually. So he's a classroom pet. This is the first time I've ever had a classroom pet in the 5 years I've been teaching. So he's here. So once we start to get face to face, you'll get to see him, but I will put a picture up here of what he looks like. He's not very old either. So we got 2 reptiles within like 2 weeks of each other. And obviously Rowena is here. He's hanging out over here in his cage, or his terrarium. He's hiding from me right now. But we also, want dogs in the future, because I love dogs. So those would be our children. Some favorite things about me, or about, I guess, just favorite things in general. My favorite color or colors is purple and green. I kind of lean towards more green, but purple kind of comes with it since I went to K-State, right up there. Go Cats. I love sports, can talk sports like crazy. I grew up pretty much a tomboy, so every Sunday was football. During the summertime was baseball. I never really played sports, but I loved watching it. My favorite baseball team of all time is the Los Angeles Dodgers. You can see here. Like I said, I was born and raised in California, so it kind of comes natural. But since 2014, I've been a fan of the Royals, and I am quite the patron to Royals games because we don't get to see Dodgers play not very often. So my sister and I actually go to the Royals games pretty frequently. My favorite football team is the Denver Broncos. That will never change. Sorry, Chiefs fans. My fiance has tried for 7 years now and it just hasn't worked. So, my favorite movie of all time is Jurassic Park. Love, love, love Jurassic Park. Since I was a kid, I've always wanted to be some scope of a scientist, and archaeology was my first love. What kid doesn't love dinosaurs? I was 2 years old when that movie came out, but I vividly remember watching it and vividly remembering how excited I was and how awesome it was. My favorite dinosaur is a Triceratops, but a very close second to a Velociraptor because those things are awesome. Feathers and all, if they had feathers, can't be proven yet. My favorite TV show, as my ears fall down behind me, my favorite TV show of all time is probably The Golden Girls. I'm currently rewatching that right now. I've kind of watched a handful of shows over the years, or over this quarantine especially. But I also really love Supernatural. Supernatural's a great show. I love comic book shows too. Arrow, The Flash is really good. I watch a lot of TV. So give me a genre and I'll tell you what my favorite is. Same thing with movies. We are quite the moviegoers. We spend a lot of money on movies, going to the movies, buying them, all of that kind of thing. We have every streaming service you could think of so I can watch the movies I want to watch. So, favorite music is literally anything. I don't really listen to country. Not a big fan of what country has become since I was a kid, so I don't really watch it or listen to it, but I will listen to anything else. I'll give it at least one try. But I'm pretty much an alt rock person. I'm a millennial, so I had my emo phase, so I'm a really big Story of the Year fan, really into Sum 41, that kind of thing. That was my Jimmy Jam when I was in high school. As far as other things, I love comic books as well. I'm a huge comic book fan. My favorite comic book superhero for Marvel is Captain America. You'll see hints of that everywhere. I also have a couple other Captain America things in my classroom. And then I am also a fan on the DC side of things. I'm a huge Superman fan. I think that comes because I love Kansas and he is a Kansas boy. So that could be it. As far as other important things, I guess, I have 3 tattoos. 2 of them are visible. 1 is not. Both wrists are tattooed. Both of them are Harry Potter because Harry Potter is my life. I was 8 years old when the books came out. So pretty much my entire life has been Harry Potter. This one is, you can't really see it with my bracelets, but it says always because Hogwarts will always be there to welcome you home. And then I have Expecto Patronum, which is the spell you use to get rid of Dementors. Yeah. Harry Potter did a lot for me growing up. My parents are divorced, and both are remarried. So it was kind of a rough time when I was a kid, and Harry Potter helped. So, I have 3 sisters, 2 of which are half sisters. We are 6, 12, and 14 years apart. My sister that is 6 years younger than me, she and I have the same mom. She is a sophomore in grad school at K-State. She got her bachelor's degree in English, and she's currently getting her master's in medieval English. She loves that stuff. And then my sister that's 12 years younger than me, she is a sophomore in college and she wants to be a math teacher. And then my youngest sister is a junior in high school. They her and the sister that's a sophomore in college, they all live in Texas. So we don't see them very frequently, but I see them enough and I talk to them enough. They're doing great. I mean, we live close and closer than when they lived in California. So we go down and frequently visit them when we have time. Between Justin and I, we have 3 nieces and 1 nephew on the way. He's going to be born at the end of September. Hopefully all things go well. We're really, really excited about that. Other than that, I mean, that's easy peasy. Clearly, I love Disney. I'm a Disney gal. I have been collecting these ears since they first started bringing them out since 2007. They didn't really bring any of them out that I liked after the initial one, which is not here in this building. They're used and abused, so they're at my house. But this pair right here came out, I want to say in 2016. This is what reignited my love for many ears, and they actually, they're cute. I like them, and rose gold is amazing. So other than that, I mean, you'll be able to see my classroom eventually and see just how many crazy amount of ears I have, and I have more coming. It's insane. I have a best friend that still lives in California and frequents Disneyland, so she buys me all the ears that I want. Other than that, I love to craft. I love to bake. I picked up cross stitching over quarantine. It kept me busy, kept my mind busy, kept my hands busy. I love, love, love to read, even though I don't do it as often as I really want to. Again, my favorite book series when I was a kid was Harry Potter, but I'll read just about anything. I've recently been on a podcasting binge, so I don't podcast, but I listen to them. I'm a true crime fan. I listen to a lot of true crime. When I got older, as I went into college, before I decided to go for marine biology initially, I wanted to do forensic science. Like I said, I've always known I wanted to be a scientist. So it was just what science specifically I wanted to do. So that obviously changed, and I am a teacher. So I love anything that sparkles. Sign me up. Love to, like I said, love to bake, love to craft. I like all things colorful. I have pens galore and everywhere in my classroom. I'm a little obsessed. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I will hopefully see you guys in the coming few days. If you have any questions, I am always available to speak to. I am more easily and readily available through email because I have it attached to my phone, so I can just reply through my phone. You can call the school and they will transfer you to my direct line if you would like. Other than that, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll see you guys soon.